Before we do, some basic information and a little bit of housekeeping. First, at this time, please silence all cell phones and electronic devices so they do not go off during the ceremony. Photography. You are welcome to take photos and videos, but please be mindful of those around you. Also, our graduates will be walking down the outer aisles and across the rows between the boxes, so please do not stand in these spaces and block the graduates' progress. Restrooms are located upstairs near the brass quintet, right over here. The main stairwell is located to the right of the audience by the climbing wall. There are also restrooms in the back hallway, which will become accessible once the graduates have processed into the arena. Masks and distancing. Young Harris policy requires visitors to wear their masks at all times while indoors on campus and outdoors when within 6 feet of others not in your party unless directed otherwise by the president. Young children. We know that an event like this can be overwhelming for our younger guests. If you need a space with less stimulation for a child, room 200, which is located upstairs to the right of the main desk, is available for you with a live stream of the ceremony. Processional music. When the brass quintet begins playing Pomp and Circumstance, we ask that you please rise, if you are able, in honor of the graduates. And finally, at the conclusion of today's ceremony, please remain in your places until all of the graduates have left the arena, at which time you will be free to depart by the doors through which you entered. Our ceremony will begin in just a few minutes.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Young Harris College afternoon commencement ceremony for the class of 2021. Please remain standing for the invocation by Oliver Witten.
Would you pray with me? Gracious and loving God, you create life from the earth on which we dwell and breathe into it new life and meaning. You empower us to become a community of learning, virtue, and respect for all peoples. Today, we celebrate our graduates. We give thanks for their achievements and offer praise for their wisdom and understanding. Guide them to hear the sound of the genuine in themselves, that they may continue to excel in leadership, scholarship, and service, that they may come alive to lives of fulfillment and joy, and that they may prosper and flourish in their vocations and futures. We give praise for the great cloud of witness who provide vision to make our life together possible. We give thanks for the parents, families, and friends of our graduates for their accompaniment to this point, and their perseverance and dedication to their loved ones, for their faculty and staff and administrators who have guided this class of graduates throughout their years of study. We give thanks for their leadership, scholarship, teaching, and service. We give praise for their graceful presence and compassionate shepherding. Bless our gathering as we try to weave our story into yours, and as this chapter on our lives closes, so a new one begins. We present ourselves like an open book before you. Come and inscribe your words of life into our lives. Fill our minds with your thoughts, fill our bodies with your strength, fill our hearts with your dreams, to pursue and attain to even greater knowledge and insight, that the ordering of our society and its affairs might be improved, that justice, mercy, and love might prevail, and that all our efforts would improve the common good. Amen.
Thank you, Oliver. You may be sitting. Graduates, family members, and guests, over the past 18 months, we as a people have weathered the COVID-19 pandemic. I am proud of how well our students and employees followed the protocols that we had to put into place. We have even had to reimagine traditional ceremonies, such as this one. I realize, though, that this is not how the class of 2021 hoped that their last official event at Young Harris College would play out. Therefore, I am making one last modification to today's protocols. Graduates and guests, while you are assigned seated into your boxes and maintain your distance from those not in your party, you may remove your masks if you are comfortable to do so. This modification applies only while you are in your seating boxes, so graduates, please wear your mask when you are called to approach the stage and during the recessional. And guests, if you need to use the restroom or leave the box to take a photo, please make sure that you have your mask on when you do so. Family members and encouragers, thank you for being steadfast for your student. This moment is as much for you as it is for the graduates. The Young Harris College community is profoundly aware of a graduate who could not join us today. David Akeem Harville Smith passed away unexpectedly last month, only a few weeks before completing his Bachelor of Arts degree in music. His absence today leaves an indelible hole in our community and in this ceremony. The purple ribbon that the graduates and many members of the faculty and staff have added to their regalia is in memory of David, as is the portrait of him to my right and your left. The college has awarded David his degree, done so posthumously, making him the first formal member of the class of 2021 to graduate. I ask now that you will join me in a moment of silence to remember David. Thank you. I would now like to call to the podium the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Young Harris College, Kurt Moman.
Good afternoon. Let me say how nice it is to see everyone in person. Even though we're having to space and sit in pods, it's just great to be here. On behalf of the Young Harris College Board of Trustees, let me extend our congratulations on this tremendous achievement in your life. In addition, I think to the expected challenges you had, you probably did not expect the challenge of battling COVID at the same time, and you have persevered, you have been flexible, and gotten through it, and again, we congratulate you on that. I would just like to ask, as you move on to your careers, or for those of you that are pursuing advanced degrees, please keep us posted on the significant events and developments in your life. And do that through the alumni office if you can. Please come back and visit and network with your class and other alumni. And as you go forward, again, the college trustees wish you all the best. Thank you.
We had another individual that was supposed to be honored this weekend with an honorary doctorate in the college's highest award, the Young Harris College Medallion of Honor. The term honorary degree dates back to the Middle Ages and comes from the Latin, which means for the sake of honor. This prestigious honor bestowed to a people who through their life have exemplified the values of the awarding institution. Three words that are synonymous in our focus at Young Harris College are educating, inspiring, and empowering. Today's recipient of this honor had lived and practiced these areas since his graduation from the college in 1962. Henry M. Huckabee was to receive an honorary doctorate and the Young Harris College Medallion of Honor today. Sadly, Mr. Huckabee passed away on April 14th. In your commencement program, you will find information about Hank and his wife, Amy. You can read of Mr. Huckabee's accomplishments and honors. Today, we will honor Mr. Huckabee posthumously. To my left is a table with the awards that Mr. Huckabee was to receive today and a photo of Mr. Huckabee. The table is located at the foot of the ramp that today's graduates will use to ascend the stage. It is a reminder of the good that one Young Harris College graduate accomplished. And it's an encouragement to those graduates to know that they too can accomplish great things. So graduates, I ask that as you come up the ramp, that when you look at Mr. Huckabee and all that he accomplished, realize that you too can make a difference in your lives of others. Due to the sudden loss of Mr. Huckabee, his wife, Amy Wood Huckabee, also class of 1962, was to receive the college medallion as well. She could not be with us today. We will award her the medallion at a later time. Henry M. Hank Huckabee dedicated his life to his calling as a public servant and educator. From beginning as a college instructor to leading the University of Georgia higher education system, Mr. Huckabee always remained a humble servant. Thus, this is what we read. Whereas Henry M. Huckabee spent his life promoting education as key to peace and self-worth, and whereas he humbly served the state of Georgia, taking on any challenge offered to him, and whereas he inspired countless people through his words, his sincerity, and his caring, and whereas Mr. Huckabee made a mission in his life to empower people to be confident in who they are, and by standing and speaking for those who had no standing or voice in matters of higher education in the state government. By the authority vested in me by the College Board of Trustees of Young Harris, I award Henry M. Huckabee the Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters, while his degree is awarded posthumously because of Dr. Huckabee's spirit and his impact on higher education in the state of Georgia. Whenever we refer to him, we will always refer to him as Dr. Henry M. Hank Huckabee. Please join me in honoring this wonderful leader and proud Young Harris College graduate. The Young Harris College Medallion is the highest honor given by the college, being presented each year since 1969. The medallion has been awarded to an alumnus, alumna, or friend of the college who has made extraordinary contributions to the college. As you've heard from this platform, and if you read in the program of the accomplishments of Dr. Huckabee, we want you to know that Dr. Huckabee brought to the college active support as an alumni in the Alumni Association and served as a trustee of this college since 2005. During that time, he chaired the Academic Affairs Committee and the Endowment Committee. He was also presented the Leuven Tuss Award by the Young Harris College Alumni Association. Therefore, as president of Young Harris College, it is my great honor to posthumously award the Young Harris College Medallion of Honor to Dr. Henry M. Hank Huckabee.
Every year at commencement, the college recognizes its outstanding graduates with a number of awards. The recipients of these named awards participated in the morning and midday ceremonies, but we will acknowledge each of them at this afternoon ceremony as well. The graduating student or students with the highest grade point average are presented with the Clegg Outstanding Scholar Award, named for Dr. Charles R. Clegg, who served as president of Young Harris College from 1950 to 1963. For the class of 2021, there are 3 recipients, all of whom participated in this morning's ceremony and graduated with a 4.0 cumulative grade point average. Our first recipient, from Sugar Hill, Georgia, earned her Bachelor of Arts in English with a minor in Spanish. She was a member of the honors program and was inducted into Alpha Chi. Our second recipient, from Houston, Georgia, earned her Bachelor of Arts in Spanish with a minor in history. She too was a member of the honors program, as well as a member and manager of the softball team. And our third recipient, from Cumming, Georgia, earned her Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies with minors in Business and Public Policy and English. She too was a member of the honors program and was recently inducted into Alpha Chi. The recipients of the 2021 Clegg Outstanding Scholar Awards are Kristen Brown, McKenna Malott, and Aaron Tozier. At this morning's ceremonies, we presented 4 additional awards. Recipients of these awards were selected by a committee of faculty members, staff members, and administrators who review nominations and select the graduates who best represent the qualities associated with each award. The descriptions you are about to hear are the words of those who nominated them. The Young Harris College Spirit Award recognizes a graduate who best exemplifies the Young Harris spirit, that ineffable characteristic that students and alumni know makes the college a unique and special place. Recipients have demonstrated outstanding levels of personal integrity, friendliness, and engagement with the campus community. The 2021 recipient is a great role model, an encourager, and an individual of quiet excellence and unwavering support for her friends and peers. She is a person who never speaks ill of others, a person who faces disappointments and difficulties with grace, and a person whose artistic gifts and designs are widely admired and appreciated. The recipient of the 2021 Young Harris College Spirit Award is Sarah Phaneuf. Young Harris is one of 70 colleges and universities in the Southeast that present annual awards in honor of Algernon Sidney Sullivan and Mary Mildred Sullivan. Established in 1890, these awards recognize college graduates of noble character who have acted as humble servants by putting service to others before self-interest. The recipient of the Mary Mildred Sullivan Award joined us this morning. She's an exemplar of the YHC student body, dedicated not only to her own intellectual development, but to the intellectual development of others. A member and leader of multiple student organizations, a peer tutor, a Pitt Scholarship recipient, and an engaged undergraduate researcher, this person is empathetic, compassionate, sincere, and someone who will serve as an excellent ambassador of YHC long after she graduates. The recipient of the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award participated in the midday ceremony. He is one of the college's hardest working students, but he has a benevolent heart, tutoring local students and volunteering in vaccination clinics. A member of SOUL, or Student Opportunities for Leadership Through Engagement, he regularly tackles weeds in the YHC garden to ensure a plentiful crop to donate to the town's county food pantry. His passion for service, coupled with his persistence in academics, has led him to choose a career in which he can serve the underserved as he plans to pursue both his JD and MD degrees. The recipients of the 2021 Mary Mildred Sullivan and Algernon Sidney Sullivan Awards are Aaron Tozier and Kurt Mueller. Our final award, which was made during the morning ceremony, is the Zell B. Miller Leadership Award, named in tribute to the Honorable Zell B. Miller, class of 1951, the longtime Young Harris College trustee who served as Georgia's governor and U.S. Senator. This award recognizes the graduating student who has made significant contributions to campus life at Young Harris as an outstanding leader and role model. This year's recipient has been an exemplary student in every regard. She is not only an outstanding scholar, but also an engaged citizen, an individual who leads with integrity and resolve while seeking common ground and understanding. She has balanced her academic studies with working in the local community, serving as a peer mentor and leading the Student Government Association. The recipient of the 2021 Zell B. Miller Leadership Award is Victoria Beck. It is now my honor to introduce our keynote speaker. Zach Burns is earning his Bachelor of Science degree today with majors in economics and in business and public policy. A member of the baseball team, Zach is also an avid, if he admits, a not very talented golfer. He also appears to be a magnet for deer, as he's encountered a number of them while driving of late, resulting in some expensive auto body repair bills. So he's taking up a collection after the event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Zach Burns.
Thank you, Dr. Pierce. And welcome to family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2021 graduates. As mentioned, I'm an economics and public policy major and a member of the Young Harris baseball team. And like you, I'm ending the college chapter of my life today much like it started. Extremely nervous, uncertain about what the future holds, and surrounded by a large group of people I don't know. When I was first asked to speak at this ceremony, I was apprehensive. After all, I'm just now graduating, same as you. So what words of wisdom could I possibly give? Instead, I would like to reflect on this graduating class and what we've shared during our time here at Young Harris. Our college experience has certainly been unprecedented for many reasons. The most obvious has been the COVID pandemic, which has forever changed the world and how we all interact with each other. Social distancing, remote learning, and how to incorporate a mask into our everyday life. Not what we all envisioned when we looked forward to our college experience. We had to make major life adjustments as situations changed and new information became available. And we had to learn how to stay virtually connected to the world, even when we physically could not. But instead of letting the pandemic be the defining moment of our college experience, we should focus on what we have gained from it. Flexibility, adaptability, creativity, and an appreciation for when we can be less than 6 feet apart. Additionally, we have come through one of the most divisive political cycles our country has ever seen. Family and friends intensely debated over issues, and the divide between our political leaders seems insurmountable. And there are active social justice movements taking place all around the country around difficult social issues. All of this happening at the same time, all while we were working towards our college degrees. No doubt, our Young Harris College experience was very different than we had initially expected. But we learned to work together through the challenges and accomplish our common goal. The class of 2021 has accomplished significant achievements, including undergraduate research projects that are having positive effects in our surrounding communities, as well as success on the athletic field or court. Peach Belt and Gulf South Conference championships and regional and national championship appearances, and we are graduating from Young Harris College today. This graduating class should be proud. So now we move on to the world of adulting, where so many things seem broken. Regardless of where you stand, the past election cycle, social movements, and this pandemic have divided our country to the point where it may seem hopeless. But one thing I have learned about this country is that when things appear to be at their lowest, we pull together. So let's use the knowledge and skills we have gained, and let's make a difference. Let's be a light in the world. Compassion and empathy can build bridges, and you never know the impact one interaction can have on someone. To quote one of the most influential men in my life, Spider-Man, "We have to be better than what we suffer." I can recall sitting on the couch watching one of the movies and saying to my mom, "I want to be Spider-Man someday, Mom." To which she responded, "Honey, that's awesome, but you really should have a more realistic goal and focus because you graduate in a month." As I look around, I have no doubt that this class will leave its footprint on this world. The famous philosopher and scholar, Drake, said, "You win some, you lose some, as long as the outcome is income." And as important as financial security may be to many of us in this graduating class, what is more important is doing what you love and striving to be the best version of yourself wherever life takes you. Tables turn, bridges burn, you live and you learn, and the journey often teaches us all you need to know about your destination. As we leave here today, I wish you all much success. Be bold, challenge the status quo, don't forget what color your heart is and the enchanted valley you came from, and congratulations, class of 2021.
Young Harris College has a long tradition of educating exceptional performing artists. This afternoon, we feature a performance by a current student and a former student. Rex DiPietro has just completed his sophomore year at Young Harris, where he is pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Music. Suzanne West, who will accompany him, is a member of the class of 1985. Together, they'll perform Concerto in E-flat Major, Movement 2 by Haydn. Now we come to the heart of today's ceremony, the presentation of candidates and the conferring of degrees. Candidates, as you prepare for your moment on the stage, I want to share a piece of advice that Reverend Phil DeMore, class of 1963, gave to your predecessors a couple of years ago. He said, "Never forget to say thank you." I want to make sure you have an opportunity to thank a couple of important groups of people who helped you get here today. First, many of you had the opportunity to attend Young Harris because you received financial support from a donor, an alum, or a member of the Board of Trustees. These are the people whose generosity, advice, and unstinting support make Young Harris College possible. And now that you too are making the transition from student to alumni, we hope that when you are able, you will help support the next generation of Mountain Lions. Would all trustees, alumni, and scholarship donors please rise so that our graduates may thank you. Second, the degrees you have earned are based upon the recommendation of the faculty, the finest group of teachers and scholars anywhere, people who have taught you and graded you, advised and supported you during your years at Young Harris. You have also been sustained by the work of our tireless staff, every one of them a consummate professional whose most important goal has been your success. Along with your classmates, these are the people you will recall years from now when you think back to your time in the Enchanted Valley. Assembled faculty and staff members in attendance, please stand so that the members of the class of 2021 may thank you one last time. And finally, few people can make a journey like the one you have completed alone. Each of you has a unique support network, a community of individuals who gather today to celebrate your achievement. But it is an achievement you could not have made without them. I therefore ask all parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, children, friends, colleagues, and significant others to rise if you are able, so that the graduates may thank you for all you have done to make today possible. And now, it's time. Would all candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music Education, and Bachelor of Science please rise? President Van Horn, it is my privilege to confirm that the members of the class of 2021 have completed all program requirements developed by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees.
Candidates, by the authority vested in me by Young Harris College Board of Trustees and by the state of Georgia, I hereby confer upon you the degrees you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, in the first two rows, please make your way to the stage and come forward one at a time when Dr. Pierce calls your name and receive your diploma. Graduates in third and subsequent rows may sit until called to come to stage by the marshals.
Ignacio Ascarins. Jenna Miriam Bandy, cum laude. Artez Jamil Benton. Jared Casey Bourne. John Allen Brett, magna cum laude. Orlicia Lachey Chappelle. Joshua Lawrence Deal. Kelsey Britton Dover. Danielle Nicole Fanning. Jennifer Flores. Courtney Renee Fox. Samuel Ray Gasta. Mark Anthony Guevara, cum laude. Sierra Ray Haas. Sebastian Jean. James Francis Martelli, magna cum laude. Brandon Lance Moore. Matthew Chase Moore. Tyler Oglesby. Kathy Michelle Oriana. Antonio Juan Patterson. Kash Reddyar, cum laude. Kyle James Reinhardt. Thad S. Ronceville, Jr. Tristan W. Sewell, magna cum laude. Wesley Charles Sight. William Truelove, summa cum laude. Alex Mark Venturino, cum laude. Naya Ann White. Benton Cole Workman. Kate Ashley Cromwell. Samuel John Dunbar. Jackson Lee Gibbs, cum laude. Hope Alexandra Lloyd, magna cum laude. Cole Henry Payne, cum laude. Harrison Lee Rusek. Mariah Elise Pruitt, summa cum laude. Madison Mary Putzer. Peyton Elizabeth Putzer. Alexandra Madison Settles, summa cum laude. Nathaniel Sermons. Oliver Thomas Whiten. Zachary James Burns, magna cum laude.
It is the tradition at commencements for the president to impose a duty, responsibility, or obligation upon the graduates. It's called a charge. It's a fancy way of saying that I'm supposed to be able to give you some advice. Since you've gotten yourselves this far without my advice, it isn't clear that you need anything from me now except maybe don't trip going down the ramp. But as you start out in life, it can seem that society runs itself. You may feel that for the most part. It proceeds according to forces outside the control of any individual. I challenge you not to fall into that way of thinking. You know that without your talents, your skills, and your spirit, our nation and world will not be able to overcome current and future challenges. You know that one person truly can make a difference, and each of you is just that one sort of person that can do it. Now I ask the graduates to please stand. Given what I have said, I charge you to affirm yourself each morning and others each day. For those who are to lead and change the world have to be affirmers of themselves and others. I charge you to do all that you can to encourage more humility, more respectfulness, more generosity, and more kindness. If we have more of these values and traits, everything will improve for us. I charge you to go into the world and serve, inspire, and empower. Always remembering that you can learn through your service and that there will always be someone who needs your help. But I want you to remember something. The true test of a servant is how you feel when someone treats you like a servant. I charge you to offer solutions, not just complaints. It is easy to complain, and a lot of that's going on in our world today, and so many do it. What we need are problem solvers. And what I know about you and what I have seen in you, I think you can do it, and we need you to do it. I charge you to carry this college, this place within yourself as a refuge, as a place of strength. Let the experiences of this place be your comfort. And please, come back to see us. It would break our hearts to think that we would never see you again. Graduates, you have overcome many challenges to get to where you are today. Hear me clearly. In the future, you will face moments of truth when the stakes are extremely high, when you must rise to the occasion. These moments of truth may be a crisis, a window of opportunity, an opportunity to assist someone in need, someone who needs a person to stand up for them or support them, or a moment when you must stand for your values and your beliefs. And it won't matter how you arrive at that moment, whether you're there by intent or by chance. In a moment of truth, you must not allow fear to overcome you, especially fear of failure. Thomas Edison failed 200 times before he invented the light bulb. When one of his critics questioned him laughingly about his many failures about the light bulb, Mr. Edison said, "Well, I learned 200 ways how not to make a light bulb." That's the kind of attitude we'll need from you. Our world needs it. Our country needs it. I charge you to keep moving forward. In your moment of truth, if you worry that you may not be able to live up to what is expected of you or what you expect of yourself, I want you to remember that you're a young Harris College mountain lion, and mountain lions don't retreat. I charge you to be a steward of the environment. You're responsible to the generation who will follow you. You must pass on to them a world that they too can enjoy. Finally, I charge you to seek God. There will come a time when all you have to cling to is your faith that there is a God. Emerson said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." In the South, we have a way of saying things like this when we combine words together. One of my favorite is spitting image. And we say it of a child as we try to say that it looks or acts like a relative, like that boy is the spitting image of his daddy. That's a combination of two words, spirit and image. We know what lies within you. You have the spirit of a mountain lion. And from my position, your image is one of world changers. We are proud of you. May God go with you and bless you. To signify that you have earned your degrees, you may now move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in congratulating the newest graduates of Young Harris College. Now please remain standing as Professor Jeff Ballman comes and leads us in the singing of our alma mater, the words of which are printed in your program, and remain standing as Reverend Ryan Snyder comes and delivers the benediction.
We'll still come back to thee. Class of 2021, hear now the benediction. As your classes are now complete, may you still strive toward excellence in all you do. As the lectures have concluded, may your voices rise up to pronounce justice and peace in the world. As the fanfare begins to cease, may you sing of joy, even in the dark and lonely places. As you leave this place, may your achievements grow and cause growth in your communities. And finally, may the grace and peace of our God go with you wherever God may send you. May God guide you through the wilderness and protect you through the storm. May God bring you home rejoicing at all the wonders God has shown you. And may God bring you home rejoicing again into our doors. Amen.